It is a very good evening to you. My name is Marissa Marinda and you are watching Newsplus right here on ZTN Prime. Let's see what's in our headlines this evening. Countries around the world are congratulating Zimbabwe on its resounding election to the UN Security Council, with the United Kingdom being the latest to congratulate the Southern African country. Parliament has extended its sitting hours as debate on the Constitution Amendment No. 3 bill continues. We give you the details right here on Newsplus. Zimbabwe has received 2 advanced radiotherapy machines that are expected to expand treatment options for cancer patients at Mpilo Central and Parirenyatwa group of hospitals. And in sport, we give you this weekend's fixtures, including the top-of-the-table clash between Herentals and Scotland. We will stream that match live on ZTN Prime as well as ZTN online app for just $1. Now for the news in greater detail. The United Kingdom has joined a number of countries around the world in congratulating Zimbabwe on its resounding election to the United Nations Security Council as a non-permanent member for the 2027 to 2028 term. The European country's outgoing United Kingdom ambassador to Zimbabwe, Pete Valls, paid a farewell courtesy call on President Emmerson Mnangagwa at State House this Thursday, where he shared his congratulatory message. Also bidding farewell to President Mnangagwa was Swiss ambassador to Zimbabwe, Stefan Ray, who concludes his tenure as a diplomat to Zimbabwe. Our correspondent, Tafara Sibochiwe, was at State House.
Ambassador Valls said Zimbabwe's election to the UN Security Council presents an opportunity for greater cooperation between Harare and London on global issues. He made the remarks when he met President Mnangagwa at State House this morning, marking the end of his 3-year term as a diplomat to Zimbabwe.
Our congratulations as a British government to Zimbabwe for securing a seat as a non-permanent member of the Security Council. We have lots to talk about in the coming months as Zimbabwe prepares its team for the Security Council. The economic partnership between Britain and Zimbabwe, how we've been really driving trade numbers up, but not just trade that adds value to rural communities, to urban communities.
He said he will have fond memories of Zimbabwe.
Handisi faraku sia Zimbabwe. Jirikundi bata bata mumoyo mangu.
Swiss ambassador Stefan Ray also bade farewell to President Mnangagwa after completing a 4-year tour of duty. Briefing the media after the meeting, he said Switzerland remains committed to strengthening economic cooperation with Zimbabwe through increased investment, development partnerships, including supporting local artists.
We have set up a fund, a cultural fund, to uplift artists, and we've supported tens of artists through an initiative called SADZA with double S. SADZA for Swiss support to arts development in Zimbabwe.
Ambassador Ray highlighted Switzerland's position as the leading European source of foreign direct investment into Zimbabwe and expressed confidence in the future of bilateral relations.
We are still a top foreign investor, the number 1 foreign investor, direct investor from Europe in Zimbabwe. We have great companies present here.
The farewell courtesy calls of the outgoing UK ambassador and Switzerland ambassador reflect strong and enduring diplomatic relations that Zimbabwe continues to maintain with its international partners. Now, their engagement with His Excellency President Emmerson Mnangagwa comes as the country deepens cooperation in areas like trade, investment, development, and people-to-people exchanges. Tafaras Bochiwe, reporting for ZTN Prime at State House in Harare.
In our next story, Parliament has extended its sitting hours as debate on the Constitution of Zimbabwe Amendment No. 3 bill enters its 2nd day. Lawmakers continue to add their voices on the proposed legislation clause by clause. Sharon Munjenjema has more details.
Extended parliamentary sittings are very rare and often reserved for major legislation. In recent years, similar arrangements have only been made during consideration of other constitutional amendments.
The National Assembly convened at 9:30 in the morning, much earlier than its usual afternoon start time, as lawmakers continued debate on the bill. Members from across the political divide took to the floor to express their views on the proposed amendments.
On a point of clarity.
Among the provisions continuing to generate debate is Clause 21, which seeks to remove constitutional restrictions that currently require traditional leaders to remain non-partisan. Lawmakers also engaged in debate over proposals to merge the Zimbabwe Gender Commission with the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission. Debate on the bill is expected to continue next week as more members of parliament contribute to discussions on the proposed changes to the constitution. Shira Munjinjema for ZTN Prime at Parliament.
We now move on to some health matters, where Zimbabwe has taken a significant step towards improving cancer care with the approval of 2 advanced radiotherapy machines that are expected to expand treatment options for patients and strengthen oncology services at the country's leading referral hospitals. The 222-ton TrueBeam system arrived in Bulawayo on Friday and is set to be installed at Mpilo Central Hospital, while another was delivered at Parirenyatwa Group of Hospitals in Harare.
Zimbabwe's cancer fight has received a major boost with the arrival of the radiotherapy machines for Mpilo and Parirenyatwa hospitals.
The 2 high-energy TrueBeam linear accelerators, cutting-edge radiotherapy machines, are set to improve cancer treatment outcomes and expand access to specialized care. The first machine will be installed at Mpilo Central Hospital in Bulawayo, while the second machine will be housed at Parirenyatwa Group of Hospitals in Harare.
In a short space of time, we'll be starting installation at Mpilo. We're starting with Mpilo because at Parirenyatwa we're still having machines which are treating patients. Then we're going to have a phased approach whereby after other machines are working, then we can decommission and then install the new machines.
The TrueBeam system is regarded as one of the most advanced radiotherapy technologies globally. Its ability to image patients during treatment improves precision, allowing clinicians to target cancer cells more accurately while reducing exposure to surrounding healthy tissue and incorporating remote monitoring capabilities, enabling specialists and engineers to track system performance in real time.
We have built a team of highly qualified engineers who look after the equipment during the maintenance contract and warranty periods, and also our systems are built with the latest technology.
Health experts say the new equipment will strengthen Zimbabwe's capacity to diagnose and treat cancer, reduce referrals outside the country, and improve access to life-saving radiotherapy services.
We are really very happy for the progress which is being done by the ministry, because, you know, before it was difficult for patients to find this sort of treatment. But now at the moment, now that Mpilo is going to be an institution which is going to offer the services, it's really a relief to Zimbabweans and also to the people around Matebeleland.
The arrival of these advanced cancer treatment machines marks another significant step in Zimbabwe's efforts to modernize healthcare infrastructure and respond to the growing burden of non-communicable diseases.
The arrival of these machines brings hope to cancer patients in the southern region, who will be able to access these life-saving services. For ZTN Prime, I'm Andile Chuma in Bulawayo.
Still with health matters, interest is growing in the 3rd edition of the Simmers Healthathon competition, a national innovation challenge aimed at developing digital solutions to improve healthcare delivery in Zimbabwe. Launched in Harare this week, the initiative is targeting innovators, startups and university technology teams with creative ideas capable of addressing some of the country's most pressing healthcare challenges. Simmers Health Group Chief Executive Executive Vulindlovu said the competition reflects the organization's commitment to harnessing local talent and technology to drive better health outcomes.
We really believe it must be more than a competition. It's a national platform for ideas, for talent, for collaboration, and for problem solving. It is where we're inviting Zimbabwean innovators to reimagine the future of healthcare. I repeat, it's more than competition. It must lead to impact. It must lead to addressing some of the problems that we're talking about. The competition side can be fun, but let's look at the impact side.
Running under the theme Reimagining Healthcare Through Disruptive Innovation, participants will compete for a total prize pool of $7,000, with the winning team set to receive $3,500. Registration opens on June 22nd and closes on July 12th before the program culminates in a live demo day on August 28. Shortlisted finalists will present their solutions to a panel of judges comprising Simmers Health Group, executive, innovation experts and industry leaders, with the best ideas expected to contribute towards modernizing healthcare delivery in the country.
So we've opened up the participation to everybody who is in the innovation space, the startup community, as well as all the youngsters who would want to explore a career in this space, because we are going to give them the room to participate in the environment within Simmers Health Group to be able to make a difference. In terms of the recommended composition of the teams, each team should consist of a minimum of 3 and a maximum of 5 members. To inspire multidisciplinary collaboration and innovation, each participating team is encouraged to include members with diverse skill sets and expertise. And this has been very deliberate, because we believe a 3-member team can carry the skills that is going to deliver maximum value, because one can be a domain expert, the other one can be a technical member focus on the technology side of things, then the other third member can also then focus on the implementation and business aspects of the innovation.
Do stay with us. Newsplus will be right back.
This June, step into a bigger entertainment experience with more to love on Us. We're talking more drama, more action, more unforgettable stories, all waiting for you.
All hands on deck.
We're opening up our world of entertainment so you can view more.
Good job, partner.
This June, pay for your current DSTV subscription and we'll upgrade you at no extra cost.
Hold on to your seats, because Thursday morning just got an absolute upgrade. We are turning up the heat and bring the dance floor straight to your morning. It's the hits that made you move, the anthems you know word for word, the beats that still clear the room. No sitting down allowed. We are unleashing a wave of pure, high-octane 90s energy to power you through the rest of your week. If you lived it, you know how we used to party. Get up, groove and sing along. Shake off the morning blues with Rewind the 90s every Thursday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. Bring the ultimate vibe to your day. Don't miss it, only on ZTN Prime, where the 90s never stop rocking.
Welcome back. You are still with us on Newsplus. So let's head over to Mutare, where construction of the Mutare Christmas Pass bypass and interchange project is gathering pace, with overall progress now at 36%. The transformative infrastructure development will include 2 modern traffic interchanges, multiple bridges and flyovers designed to improve traffic flow and enhance safety along the busy Biro corridor. Mountain blasting and major earthworks are now underway in sections of the project, which is expected to divert heavy haulage traffic from the accident-prone Christmas Pass.
Construction of Mutare Christmas Bypass Road is ongoing, with all activities being carried out concurrently Right now where we are, this is the beginning of the project at Change Zero. And what we want to basically do is to solve the conflict for traffic to move smoothly by introducing an interchange. And the traffic that is going to be traveling from Harare to Mutare is not going to be affected. But only the traffic that is going to be affected, which are going to be using this route, are the heavy vehicles that we want to divert from our Harare-Mutare highway to use this other route, as well as some of the vehicles that will that want to enter the other location, or maybe some of the vehicles that will be going to the Grand Reef Airport.
Authorities remain optimistic that the bypass, which stretches more than 31 kilometers, will be completed on schedule by March next year, bringing lasting relief to congestion in Mutare and strengthening regional trade links.
All works are in progress and all works are being carried out concurrently, and we are now at 36%. And we look forward to finishing this project by mid-year next year in 2027.
We move on. The SADC meeting of senior legal officials and the Committee of Ministers of Justice and Attorneys General has ended in Victoria Falls, with member states urged to speed up a ratification and repeal outdated protocols for regional cooperation. Our correspondent Paddington Muguti gives us more.
SADC member states have been challenged to take decisive action on regional legal instruments, with warnings that prolonged national consultations are slowing regional integrations. These calls were made in Victoria Falls during a meeting of the Committee of Ministers of Justice and Attorneys General right here in the resort town of Victoria Falls.
You play a critical role in looking at those instruments and engaging the respective directorates, ministries, in our respective countries to make sure that these instruments, if they are still relevant, we actually sign them, we ratify them. And if they are not relevant, we should actually repeal them and find others that are relevant. To do national consultations for more than 10, 15 years will not help this region to move with speed that the geopolitical developments require us to move with.
The committee also made several drafts which were submitted to the summit. These drafts are targeting funding regional tourism and also put pharmaceutical procurement.
The SADC Tourism Univisa, which amongst others seek to leverage on the existing tourism potential of the region by facilitating movement of international tourists across the region in order to increase the market share and revenue of the region in the world tourism. The draft charter establishing SADC pharmaceuticals pooled procurement services.
Without sound legal instruments and effective implementation mechanisms, even the most ambitious regional programs cannot achieve their intended outcomes.
Reporting for ZTN Prime in Victoria Falls, I'm Paddington Muguti.
Now for some news from stories around the world. Residents of Nanyuki in central Kenya are standing firm against a planned US Ebola quarantine facility in their town. Kenyan President William Ruto has defended the plan as part of national preparedness and Kenya's partnership with the United States.
I strongly oppose, because Ebola is a very contagious disease, extremely contagious. So you cannot go and import the disease here and bring it to us and tell us you're going to contain it. Totally unacceptable.
What we are seeing is making us sad. First, there's no community participation, which is the first thing they should have done. You just can't do things by force.
Do stay with us. We'll be back with more stories.
From 11 June to 19 July, everything can wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Catch all 104 matches from as little as $10. Live on SuperSport, only on DSTV.
Hold on to your seats because Thursday morning just got an absolute upgrade. We are turning up the hit and bring the dance floor straight to your morning. It's the hits that made you move. The anthems you know word for word. The beats that still clear the room. No sitting down allowed. We are unleashing a wave of pure, high-octane 90s energy to power you through the rest of your week. If you lived it, you know how we used to party. Get up, groove, and sing along. Shake off the morning blues with Rewind the 90s every Thursday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. Bring the ultimate vibe to your day. Don't miss it, only on ZTN Prime, where the 90s never stop rocking.
In the world of business, South African consumers are buckling under the pressure of rising inflation caused by the sharp fuel price increases triggered by the US-Israel war on Iran. The country's annual consumer inflation rose to 4% in April from 3.1% in March, according to statistics.
We had levels of inflation that were actually going down, and that was starting to open up a bit more of a positive gap on real disposable income. So consumers essentially had more money in their wallets to spend on discretionary and non-discretionary items. We also had the expectation at that stage that the Reserve Bank would actually cut interest rates following on from lower inflationary prints, and that would have alleviated the debt burden for consumers that had any form of a home loan or a car loan or any sort of prime linked debt. We're now sitting in a very different environment post the Iranian conflict.
For all the sport lovers, Sport News is up next.
Harare, tune into the beat.
Capitalk 100.4 FM, your source for news, business, sports, fashion, and more.
Experience the pulse of Harare's culture and lifestyle.
Capitalk 100.4 FM, Harare's top radio station.
Join the conversation with Zimbabwe's top personalities.
Subscribe now for fresh and infotainment content daily.
Capital 100.4 FM, Harare's heartbeat.
FC Hunters ran riot as they thrashed Bulawayo Chiefs by 3-1 to register their biggest win of the season, as well as put an end to their 6-game winless run. Hunters head coach Nesbert Saruchera says they are on focusing on collecting points and was relieved to see his Chargers score more than a goal since their first game of the season.
We have been playing well like this the whole, I can't say the whole season, but for the past 14 games we have been playing like this. We're just waiting for a win. Now, first of all, I would like to thank the Almighty for giving us 3 goals. For the first time, we haven't scored more than one. So we are happy to have scored 3, but we thank God. We can't do it on our own. And I also give credit to the boys. They've been fighting all along without even getting the required result, but they've been doing it all the time. But I'm happy for them. They managed to score 3 for the first time, which is a positive on our part. It's too early to talk about being in or out for now, but we just maybe worried about collecting more points so that we also go up.
Bulawayo Chiefs extended their winless run to 6 matches, and head coach John Nyikadzino bemoaned his side's inconsistency and called on them to remain focused.
Yeah, it's inconsistent. I would say last week when we played our last game, we were okay now defensively. today again we are back to the same problem. I would say what we need to do is to continue working the team. At times, like the second goal, tactical discipline. The defense midfielders of Anders was left alone and he delivered that perfect pass into the attacking end of Anders. We considered if we can concentrate and stick to our game plan, avoid those silly mistakes, especially conceding silly goals. The first goal at the turning point of the game, it changed the whole complexion of the game when I thought the game was evenly balanced.
Top flight action continues this weekend across the country. On Saturday, Herentals date Scotland live on ZTN Prime. Agama go up against Chicken Inn. Ngezi Platinum Stars host Moors. Tel 1 square off with Highlanders. Action continues on Sunday as Caps United welcome ZPC Kariba live on ZTN Prime. Manika Diamonds date Dynamos. Hard Rock entertain Simbabora as Triangle go up against FC Platinum. That's a lot of sporting action over the weekend, so do make sure that you are staying tuned to ZTN Prime. We move on to our next story, where the story of Epworth is often told through its struggles, and for years these have become the images many associate with the sprawling settlement on the outskirts of Harare. But for former Zimbabwe international Ronald Chitio, there is another story waiting to be told. A story of talent, hope, and one of young people desperate for a chance. Our reporter Tawanda Mtali gives us more.
For many, the mere mention of Epworth paints images of crime, drug and substance abuse, and poverty. But beyond the stereotypes lies a community rich in talent, resilience, and hope. And one man is working hard to ensure the next generation gets a chance to realize its potential. Former Dynamos and Caps United midfielder Ronald Chitio is returned to his roots, using football to transform lives through his Division 2 side, Stallion FC. The club offers free football coaching to youngsters from the community, providing more than just sporting opportunities.
Mukano kuti mazwata tetambote tochemera but atina kuita sera atina kuwana saka ndinongotenda mama vakauyawo nenzira yedu iyoyo mama Shadrack watenda zvikuru vakauyawo vakakwanisa vakati vanoda kutibatsirawo kuti titambe Division 2 saka zvinotibatsira pakuti vakutangirawo palevel pamusoro Division 2 than tatakatangira izoso area zone.
In a community where drug and substance abuse have become growing concerns, Stallion FC is offering young people a positive alternative. For many, the project has become a source of inspiration and direction.
Pakuti pavanenge vachitiudzawo zvimwe zvinhu kuti vakatambawo kunana premier even vasingatambe pandotamba ino zvavanondoudza izvo zvinofana kuzviteerera because vanoziva
chandinodira munino wangu kunzako akaita bhora muno muEpworth chinhu wani chihombe chandakamudira akandibvisira vafana kumadrugs nekuita mabasa akashata muZimbabwe kupedzera vakumusana kuita wanted pregnancies zosangana nezvirwere mukati memusha vasina any activity yavari kuita saka by now vanhu vari kufokasa nekuya kuground ndokuperera nguva yavo zhinji kana vakudzokera mudzimba vanenge vachidzokera vakaneta.
Chitio, widely regarded as Epworth's biggest football export, hopes the project to eventually produce another star capable of following in his footsteps. But success, he says, will not only be measured by the number of professional footballers the club produces.
Tikuzama nenzira tikukwanisa kuti kubude maplayers akawanda kuEpworth kuno vagoonekerawo Zimbabwe yose saka ticharamba tichisimudza vafana vechidiki tichitamba Division 2 yedu nechibiri neStallion FC saka tichashinga zvandakadzidzawo izvo tichazama kuzvisa muvafana vose.
For years, Epworth has battled a reputation shaped by its challenges. But every afternoon on the dusty Batana Primary School grounds, a different story is being written. A story of hope, opportunity, and a story of a local football hero who's giving back to the community that shaped him. Reporting for ZTN Prime, I am Tawanda Mtali.
That's all we have for tonight's edition of Newsplus right here on ZTN Prime. My name is Marissa Marinda, and from me and the crew behind the scenes, we say have a splendid weekend, and we will see you again Monday, 7 p.m. sharp. For now, we leave you watching the weather report.